All right, what's going on, Ranger fans? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. I am your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications every time I'm about to upload a recap or a post or highlights or go live on a stream. Now, I did try to go live last night, but this little motherfucker right here was giving me problems because I tried to get it up. But we're back in business tonight because my equipment, man, is finally free. And as you guys know, sometimes nothing we can do about that in life. We're grown adults here, and sometimes we have a lot of shit to do, and it gets in the way even when we don't want it to, if that makes sense. But anywho, we're gonna have a lot to talk about because obviously I got to make up for a lot of things that's happened. We got to talk about the Blackhawks win and how they claimed Arthur Kaliyev off the waivers from the LA Kings. And then, of course, probably the most frustrating loss out of the whole season tonight with the Rangers, which is mind blowing to say because you would think with all the losses they took in December, those were really bad. But this one, it was more like a you had it and you blew it type of loss. Now, we'll first get to the Blackhawks segment. Now, how I say about that game, that was definitely their best hockey they've played all season once again. And then, of course, Mika Zibanejad. Mika's actually been playing a lot better. And then, as you know, the Vancouver Canucks declined the offer for Mika Zibanejad, so obviously he's going to stick around, which means they're not looking for Mika Zibanejad. They're probably looking for other players around Mika. For all we know, they're probably going to ask for Chris Kreider or Lafreniere, Trout, somebody. They're going to want somebody, someone that a lot of fans love and don't want to see go for them to get a really good player from Vancouver. Especially if they're going to try to acquire JT Miller. Like, guys, they're going to definitely do a big sacrifice real soon to make something happen because don't think for a sec that the Canucks and the Rangers aren't done with trading talks. No, they're still in the works with something. But anywho, so for the Blackhawks game, Filipino, which we'll get to that because my goodness, that was the last thing I needed to see earlier tonight. My God. But yeah, he scored two goals that night, and Johnny Brodzinski had a goal, and Riley Smith, Trocheck, and then Will Borgen, of all people, finally got himself a goal as a Ranger. And then how about Louis Domingue? Louis Domingue was actually playing spectacular that night. Adam Fox had two assists, and Brett Berard, he has two assists himself that night. He was actually playing really good. Like, he's officially fitting right in. He's officially a Ranger. Like, the way he's playing, nobody can say that he doesn't know how to play the system. Like he's playing just fine. But anywho, Alexa Lafreniere and Tammy Panarin also had an assist that game, and Adam Fox had two. Keandre Miller, which oh my goodness, sometimes I gotta tell you, that guy will drive you nuts. He really will. But Louis Domingue had a good night that night as well. So that was a very much needed win for the Rangers. You would just wish they could do that tonight against the freaking Stars, but the Stars had other plans, just like I predicted. Like I ain't gonna lie, like what I gotta get my flowers at some point because if you guys see all my segments, the new subscribers, you will see how everybody that they're complaining and talking about now, I've been screaming it months ago. Literally been screaming it months ago. Ironically, now all of a sudden people are wondering, well, the Rangers can't skate. They're too old. They don't have enough guys to speed up. And all of a sudden everybody's asking for more skaters. I'm like, I said this God knows how many segments ago. They need guys who can back skate. And all of a sudden everybody now freaking is saying the same thing, which is very ironic. But anywho, we'll talk about tonight's frustrating loss with the Dallas Stars because this one was mind blowing, man. And honestly, you could put the blame on Artemi Panarin all you want, but yes, we can all be mad at what he did at the overtime with that penalty. And I mean, I gotta be honest. Once he did that, I was like, it's over. Like I didn't even have to, I didn't have to freaking sit here and say, oh, we still have no. Once I saw Panarin go to the box and they were on a 4-on-3 penalty situation, I was like, well, this game is a wrap. Somebody out of that star squad is going to get the right shot and opportunity to hit the goal in the net, and game over. And sure enough, right after they freaking got the puck possession, they ironically scored the goal. And I was like, well, I knew this was coming. Like, I wasn't surprised. I was like, I literally, everything they did on that overtime possession literally was exactly how I knew it was going to happen. That's why I was not surprised by it. Now, what's making me more mad about this game tonight is you fucking had the lead. And what do the Rangers do best? They do this right here. Sit back, fucking relax, and just be on some, oh, we got the lead, we don't got to worry. But you completely forgot you're facing the Dallas Stars, who are still mad as fuck about how they lost at the American Airlines Center when you guys were on the road. And what did I say last video, Ranger fans? Did I not say that the Dallas Stars are going to come with a vengeance? Did I not? And of course, what happens? The Stars came with a fucking vengeance, man. And you kind of already knew. Like in the first period and second period, you thought the Rangers really had it because they were up 2 goals. And then right when you saw the Stars just start hitting their goals and creeping, when Jamie Benn and freaking Jason Robertson with that wraparound, that was so absurd. And you had Donaldov hit a goal too. But the one goal that you asked me was like the icing on the cake for the Dallas Stars. It had to have been the first goal. The first goal was kind of like the starting point for them because I was like, here we go. This is the Dallas Stars I know. The Dallas Stars are really known for skating fast. Like they know how to beat you in the odd man rush, and you guys saw that tonight. And not only that, they're a good rebounding shooting team. Like every time the goalie goes for a block or a save, there's always someone there to grab the puck and try to shoot it right back. So Dallas is definitely still a good potential Stanley Cup appearance team if they step it up. Maybe they'll do some trade deadline moves to get themselves in a better position because right now, like I said, in the West, if you ask me, the Kings, even these guys, the Stars, the Avalanche, and the Oilers, those are probably my 4 top teams right now as of today of who I think can come out the West this season in the playoffs if they go on a deep run because those 4 teams right now, they look like they're all on a mission. And if you ask me who can come out the East, like I said, the East is still a little toss-up because I can still see the Capitals, the Devils, the Hurricanes. I hate to say it, but the Hurricanes look like they're going to do it this year. As much as I hate the Hurricanes, they look like they're going to make a lot of noise. They are going to look like the complete opposite of what they were last year, in which last year they could have beaten the New York Rangers. They actually had the lead that series. We just somehow came back and got the lead and won the series. But Toronto, guys, how many times did I say, don't sleep on Toronto? Look where they at. These guys are 27, 13, and 2. And when I tell you they are probably going to be the most shocking hockey team this season, don't say Raymond Tapia didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Because I can't even when they lost against the Rangers, I even told everyone, don't sleep on them. Because now they are definitely on the rise, bro. These guys are literally second in the East. They're right under the Washington Capitals. And the Florida Panthers, I can see them maybe do it again, but the Panthers, for the first time ever, they're going to probably have some competition this season. Despite them being the Stanley Cup champions, they're going to have to watch out for the Canes, the Devils, the Maple Leafs, the Caps, the Bruins, the freaking Lightning, even the Blue Jackets. Guys, the Penguins, the Senators, don't even get me started on the most 2 shocking teams that I've been told y'all they might just do some shit. The Canadians. The Canadians are now in a playoff spot. And the way they've been going, they might do the unthinkable. And the Red Wings are right under the Canadians. So that's another team that can do some unthinkable shit. The Flyers, too. The Flyers, the Red Wings, the Canadians, and the Senators, and the Penguins, and the Blue Jackets are all teams you guys are going to have to start watching out for because they're going to start actually playing a lot better hockey in the second half of the season. This is when you're going to start seeing all 32 NHL teams turn up. Now, as far as the Rangers, will Arthur Kaliyev play? He's most likely going to play in the very next game against the Devils because after that loss, they're going to need him immediately. We didn't even get to score on the power play, so yeah, that's most likely why they got him. And also to fill up for Chris Kreider's injury situation because he has his whole back spasm and all that BS. So I'm sure Kaliyev is there to fill up his spot. Now for Filipino, oh my goodness, that shit is the most infuriating news ever. So he got injured, and you already knew once you heard Sam Rosen and Joe Micheletti say that he went to the locker room and he's not coming back to the game, you just knew it was trouble. So now the question is, how many games is he going to miss, and who are the Rangers going to put to fill up Filipino's spot? Because that's going to be such a tough one to do because I'm not going to lie. Filipino being hurt is a major blow. So we have to figure out who's going to be, not to say like who's going to be Filipino good, but who can at least play somewhat equivalent to Filipino. Because we're definitely going to need him back. And Alexei Lafreniere finally got himself 2 goals, broke himself out of that slump he had. My goodness, guys, I was cheering for him. I was so happy he did that. I was like, oh, thank God I did the Superman reel. I was like, oh, you did it. But I will say this loss isn't as frustrating because they at least got a point. So I will at least take an overtime loss, gaining 1 point, rather than them gaining the lead, blowing it, and then we get a regulation loss. That would just make any Ranger fan want to just go ape shit tonight. But, well, so for Kaliyev, like I said, guys, I looked up his highlights. He looks like he's a pretty good one-timer shooter, and he can do a lot of good things offensively. Now, defensively, I'm not too sure what they're going to have him doing for the defensive position because he's more of a winger. So they're going to probably ask him to do more things for the winger position. And with him being there, they're probably going to switch everybody, a couple of players, put them back into their normal roles and positions, which totally makes a lot of sense because we definitely need that. We still need a center, though, man. We definitely need a center. We need a forward that can – we need forwards who can speed up and skate. Bottom line, it does not matter how many guys Chris Drury gets. If these guys can't get players who can skate, it's still gonna be a long season for the Rangers because they can't skate with the rest of the 31 NHL teams. So I don't know. If you ask me, they still have to make moves. How soon are they gonna make them? No telling. I mean, after this loss, they're probably gonna still make phone calls happen. They acquired Kaliyev, so for all we know, they're probably on the phone right now as we speak, making another move happen. So we'll see what happens. I will definitely keep you guys updated for the game against the Devils. I really appreciate y'all taking your time and patience on this one. I know this time was a little sloppy and I was slacking on trying to do the consistency, but we did it. I'm here. I got it done for y'all. Hopefully, I don't know. They could definitely put up a fight with the Devils, but I just hope they get the win because I would love to like troll the fans on that one. Because they already got swept by the freaking Sharks. And nothing would be better than to watch the Devils lose to the Rangers when they've been trolling us all season, even though they've been taking our lunch and just freaking taking lunch money on top of it. So we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully Filipino can come back soon like he did last time because, guys, if we don't have Filipino, we're going to probably be screwed. We're going to be screwed. Filipino was a huge factor for the New York Rangers this season, and without Hito, I don't know what we can do or where the Rangers are going to be, man. I really don't. I'm praying for the best. Hopefully, everything turns out. And y'all make sure y'all pray for the MSG commentators, the ones who announced that they had diagnosed with cancer and things like that, because there was the fight for cancer night for the Madison Square Garden, which sadly, another night of charity events, and yet they can't get a win. Oh, man, Rangers just can't give me a break at all. But I'll give them a chance. I have somewhat breadcrumb of faith, but the way they're going about it, we're probably gonna get Gabe Peralt and Higgins for the freaking draft picks if they keep this up. So y'all have a wonderful night. Let's go Rangers. Hopefully they can get to 500.